You show a lot of personality. Can you talk a little bit about that and where that comes from?
Um, well, I have an interesting personality. I can be really funny sometimes, and the next moment I can be very serious. But in my floor routine, I'm more of like a fun person, and my floor routine is a fun routine. And so, like, the mixture of like a nice routine and like my personality, it flows really well. And there's something in there that I feel very excited to compete every single time I do it. So.
Some gymnasts kind of hold back on floor. They don't really show personality. We love when they do. Was it hard for you to open up at first? Obviously, you've been very expressive for a while, but what got you to be comfortable with really expressing to the audience your personality?
Well, ever since I was younger, I was always like a performer. I used to go to my mom's school and do talent shows and just dance on stage and do whatever in front of like a ton of people. And like coming here now, I love performing in front of the crowd. So.
Who are some of your favorite gymnasts to watch growing up?
Growing up, my favorite gymnast was probably Shawn Johnson and Bridget Sloan. Just the way that they were so powerful, how they tumbled and how Shawn did beam. I loved the look of like how well they did everything, and they were definitely a role model for me back then.
I know you talked about it a minute ago, but coming back from injuries, talk about the mindset of being able to really recover and get through that process and back into the gym, and what helped you through that.
The injury taught me patience, taught me just, one skill at a time. And, everything happens for a reason. And I know that had to happen at some point. And it's better to happen now than, in the future. Rio is next year. And, we'll get it all out now.
Speaking of Rio, now you're starting to see all of the promotions on TV and billboards are going up and so forth. When you
There
see
were some up there
exactly.
yesterday.
When you see that, what do you think, in realizing that the Olympics are now just a year away?
I don't think about it too much because I know it can be very stressful and a little bit distracting. So I just leave it in the back of my mind, and I know that it is 1 year. It sounds like a while, but I know that once I blink, next year is going to come, and the Olympics are going to be here, and I know that I have to be in my best shape.
And last question, you had a great showing at the Classic recently, very impressive. Talk a little bit about that event and how you felt about it.
I was excited to compete again. I love to compete, and we started on bars. I hit a nice bar routine, scored my first 15 competing in like a real arena competition. So that was really nice. That was like an accomplishment. Beam was a little bit shaky, but it wasn't like the worst I've done. And floor was not bad. I stumbled out of my last pass. I went out of bounds, but my landings were working. We're fixing them now. And vault was really nice. Scored a 14.9 and one vault, which was definitely a surprise because last year my vault was a little bit off, but it's good now.
All right. And finally, you have a lot of people looking up to you now. What advice do you have for some younger gymnasts that want to one day be in your position?
Just believe in yourself. If you want something, go get it. And if you feel scared to do something, just know like you're gonna fall sometimes. It's gonna happen. But once you accept that, and once you realize like the more I do it, the more I'm gonna get comfortable with it, things are gonna get easier for you.
Great. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.